let's watch Anthony, one of the best tire changers in the world, go to work on this rear, and he's going to make all of you, including myself, very, very envious, because I've done a whole lot of knuckle busting in my garage and bloody fingers and pinch tubes, but Anthony will show you exactly how to get it done. Now, one thing I noticed too is they don't use the tire machines over here.
I am the machine.
He is the machine, indeed. He puts the spoons to work. He puts that tire stand to work. You can get your Dunlop tire. You get your components from Motion Pro. Once he breaks that bead, I imagine that's one of the toughest spots right there. But now, look, once he breaks that bead, it seems like easy pickings, easy work. It'll be interesting to see his next move after this. It's unbelievable. Anthony's quick. 49 seconds on the clock. We've already flipped the tire. Already flipped it. Boom. Did you guys pay attention to that move right there? And he's not scratching the rim. No nicks. Boom. No scratches in the rim. Wow. This man is flying, guys. Now we go the other way to get it off.
This is the trick part right here.
Oh. Another good, and I gotta imagine, look at that. That's where that stand is key, right?
Yep.
That's where that stand is key. Okay, we got 1:22 gone.
Oh, we're going slow on this one.
Oh, he says we're going slow, but I can't wait to see what products Anthony uses. So right now, let's see what we got. We got some lube. And that is what kind of lube, Anthony?
It's any kind of tire, like it's called Euro paste. But if you get any type of, I believe it's water-based. It dissipates really, really well.
All right. Now we got baby powder on the tube.
Yep, we got some inside the tire as well.
Baby powder in the tire, baby powder in the tube.
On the tube.
On the tube. Thank you very much. Yeah, not in the tube.
Yeah, not in the tube.
That wouldn't work very well.
It'll come up your gauge over time.
We're gonna put it, and I notice you still keep a little bit of air in that tube, right? A
Yep.
little bit of air, so
Yep.
it doesn't bend or twist.
That way it keeps its shape and stays out of the way.
Keeps its shape, stays out of the way. So guys, feel free, like me.
So check this out. This is a good one. This will help out a lot of people. I start off on the valve stem right here. If you look over here, the rim lock is across, right? This is going to be my end point. So a lot of times the rim lock is right next to it, and so you just scoop it underneath and you go all the way around. This one's different. So this one takes a little bit more technique and finesse. So I'm going to follow this around, right? And I'm going to get it to about right here, okay? So there's still the bead is over on the rim lock. I'm going to come right here, make sure I push the rim lock in, get the spoon over it, right? So the spoon's over, and I'm going to push that over.
Wow.
So it sits on the middle like that.
Okay.
Doesn't get trapped underneath there. And then I grab 2 spoons, pop it over, and go just like that. That's how you mount it. If it's a double rim lock, you'll have one next to the valve stem and one across like that. So that's going to be the same technique that you're going to use. Saves you a lot of time beheaded. Anybody that's changed a tire like that knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes. Excellent advice. More lube coming on. And you guys notice what Anthony did. He checked with his hand to make sure that rim lock was free to float, not bound up, not stuck under the tire.
I'm going to take my sweet Motion Pro Bead Buddy.
Yes. Motion Pro Bead Buddy, which you can get from the Motion Pro website.
Or your local dealer.
Or your local dealer.
You got to support the dealer.
Anthony flying 353, guys.
353. I better speed it up, huh?
I don't even want to tell him how long it took me. I think it took me maybe half a day one time.
I usually shoot for about 4 minutes. 4 minutes is like a good cruising pace.
Well, the reason it took me half a day is I pinched the tube, then I got to drive back to the dealership, get another tube, come home, pinch that tube, drive back to the dealership, get another tube, and then by the 3rd try, I usually get it right.
What they left out is they usually got to stop at the liquor store, pick up a 6-pack of beer after that.
Yeah, I think that might have been a part of it. Look at this, guys. Finishing it up right now. Now, a question. I know some guys, when they change in their garage, they pump them up real high to set the bead. Is it tough to set that bead?
Well, when you use lube, it's not tough. And you have to make sure that the wheel, it needs to be clean on the inside. So like where the bead actually sits, that surface has to be clean. If there's a lot of dirt or mud there, or sand especially, that'll cause it to kind of bind up and makes it really difficult for the bead to set.
Excellent. Well,
And
thank
and
you.
the reason you see me go through this so fast is we do these wheels every week, so there's not enough time. It's only got like maybe 2 hours of riding on it, at most. So the powder's still fresh. There's not a lot of moisture in there. We're taking these off and keeping them clean and maintained. So these tire changes are a lot easier. If I was to go to an amateur race where somebody keeps a tire on for 10, 15 hours, it's going to be a lot harder because everything dissipated already. If that makes sense.
That's great advice, guys. So keep your wheel clean, keep your tire changed regularly. It'll help you out tremendously. Thank you so much, Anthony. We appreciate it.
No
Hasn't
problem.
even hit
Good
the
to see you
6
guys.
minute mark, and he's finishing it up. And I do believe, I think we got to ask this gentleman, sir, did you teach Anthony everything he knows? He says no. Okay.
He's humble. I try to replicate him. I'm not quite as fast as him, but I try.
Good job, Team Dunlop.